Live from the Ocean Biscuit Arena in downtown White Abbey, it's the Road to SMASHAMANIA Brawl, sponsored by the Chickadee Mining Company. Hello, everybody.
Wow!
I am in control.
Just to be clear, it's the Ocean Biscuits Arena, so it's sponsored by the shitty sea biscuits full of sawdust.
Yeah.
And it's sponsored by Chickadee Mining Company, aka illegal mining company.
Yeah.
Using, okay, we're rolling. I thought it was going to be goofy. Maybe it'll be both.
So the reason why I put that in there is because the start of a lot of WWE pay-per-views, they're like, live in Minute Maid Arena, sponsored by Snickers. And I'm just like, I don't know if I can recreate that energy, but there you have it.
Snickers wants to see two big, large men just absolutely go to town on each other.
Right?
They do. They really do. Wow.
Don't we all
It is packed with peanuts.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely packed. So, I am taking over for this stream. I am doing, the GMing for this.
Yeah.
It's going to be fantastic. I have done this the one time before, and it went. It went.
It was a time.
It was pretty good.
Yeah. It was alright. It was weird. It worked. It did what it had to do. And so this takeover, I have decided to do a wrestling-themed Bloodwine where I have altered the rules slightly to fit a wrestling arena. And what this means is it won't be a normal session. This is from the eyes of what the audience would see. So it's going to be literally, if the audience doesn't see it, it doesn't matter. If you are outside of the audience eyes, you can do whatever. It's whatever the hell you want to happen backstage has happened backstage. So, what's going to happen? This is still fantasy setting. This is still Bloodwine. We are in White Abbey, which will attest to is probably slightly against wrestling as a form of people hurting other people, but very much for it at the same time.
The thing is, we're in White Abbey, and my character's a beast folk, so, I'm pretty sure if I lose, I'm deported.
No, you're part of a traveling troupe, so it's fine. You're part of a traveling troupe. This isn't, you don't do shows in White Abbey all the time. You go all over, you can't be, well, you can be deported, but the Empire doesn't really care too much about you losing.
People are here to throw tomatoes at you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Maya.
Okay, so now I know which of my outfits I'm gonna start in.
Yeah. So, as it is a fantasy setting, there is still going to be a ring. It is generally assumed that people have rituals cast upon them so that elemental attacks look really nasty, but don't feel really nasty. You'll still take full damage from them, but you're not burning alive, Poison damage isn't searing off your bones. It's not that bad.
You're a trained performer.
Yes. And the major modification to the rule is healing. Whenever you are off screen from a person, you heal up to the threshold you were at. So when the audience doesn't see you after your match, you heal up, and you heal up to the highest threshold. So if you get absolutely clobbered, then it's just going to be you heal up to hurt tired threshold. So you still come out with a limp, but like other than that, you're still able to fight. That's mainly it. So how are you guys doing? You excited?
Oh, yeah.
I'm ready.
Does that mean we start as empowered, or?
No, you will be starting at 100.
Okay.
And speaking of starting off, live from the Ocean Biscuit Arena, the lights are coming on. You can see the ring right in front of you. The audience is cheering. They're hype as hell for this, because it's the road to SMASHAMANIA. Mm-hmm. This is the final bout before SMASHAMANIA happens. And I don't know where SMASHAMANIA is probably going to happen in, like, Council Henge. It's a good place for it to happen. It's very central. Gets a lot of people coming in.
Mm-hmm. A lot of pay-per-view.
Yeah.
A lot of people able to get it from the booms on the satellite.
So when I refer to the Jumbotron, basically like the big screen of what's happening backstage, because there will be backstage. You can do backstage. Basically what it is 2 scries. There is a ritual happening to project a scry that is happening on a person who is pretending to be a camera. Like a person is moving, knowing full well that someone is seeing through their eyes, and is moving accordingly.
So there's just someone there, like, at the edge of the ring going...
Yeah. Yeah. Basically, there's literally someone there at the edge of the ring going, oh, oh, oh.
There's someone behind them with a witch light to make sure it's properly lit, like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The whole shebang is just being done with magic. And
it's like a loose frequency, so you just need a low roll to tune in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
they've taken down all of their mental guards.
I will be acting commentator for the evening to describe what everyone is doing. If you're going to do some sort of sidewalk slam, then I am going to be the one to announce it. And I have made a full roster of people for you to interact with. And have shows for. I have made the entire show. But naturally, everyone still has their input. You're able to come out at any time for anyone's show. You're able to cut a promo whenever you want. And just, if you cut a promo during someone's match, they might not like it. They might not like it. They might just bash you in. It's been known to happen. So yeah, the lights are coming on in the arena, and standing in the middle of it is one wrestler named Bloody Rose. Her gimmick is that she is possessed by a former pro wrestler.
Okay.
This seems wrestling as fuck.
Oh, trust me, the gimmicks get so much more wrestling as fuck. I just have a list of NPCs that are all wrestling as fuck, and they have like 3-word lines. Like Bloody Rose, their line is literally possessed by a former wrestler. But God. Yes, so she is a dwarf-born, just standing in the ring. Face paint very, very much just like white and black, sort of like runny face paint with like a lot of red mixed in with her outfit. And she's
more
standing...
Undertaker or Joker Baby?
I'm gonna have to go with the latter on that one, because like it's very much a like picture glam metal. It like glam metal as fuck, basically.
Okay, so like some
the
raw
big hair.
More like raw XD energy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's got raw XD energy, very fake edgy, but people eat it up anyway. So she is standing in the middle of the ring with with an audio enhancement tool that is totally not a mic, but it's 100% a mic. And is just kind of standing there. It's just like, you know what? It's been too fucking long that she's been around to be here. She has been disrespecting what it means to be a wrestler. She doesn't know how hard it is to truly be a wrestler. She doesn't know the struggles that we go through, how much effort we put in. And right at that moment, a wrestler walks up on the top ramp. And he looks like he's about to go to a club. His hair is perfect. And he walks very rigidly. And he goes, "Hiya, Barbie." And then out walks... Would you like to describe what your character looks like, Chelsea?
She is flawless in every conceivable physical appearance way.
Mm-hmm.
She's got long, beautiful blonde hair that like flows down in like beautiful waves, almost completely unnaturally. It looks like almost her hair is sparkling or glowing as it like softly blows in no wind at all. Her makeup is fully done. She bright blue eyes, and she's wearing just the most outrageous ball gown you could possibly think of.
All right. So that walks out, that exact description, ball gown flowing and all. And she goes, "Hi, Ken." Ken responds, "You want to go for a fight?"
Sure, Ken.
And then suddenly the music, boom, it hits. I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. As she saunters down to the stage, to the ring.
Yes.
You can tell I had a lot of fun planning this.
Oh, yeah.
I'm here for the ham. Give me the ham.
Yep. And meanwhile, Bloody Rose in the ring is just glaring at you. Still holding that mic. Just absolutely just staring at you until you get into the ring and the music dies down. So, she's gonna look to you and just go, "You know exactly what I mean." And you also have a mic in your hand. Is there anything that you would like to say?
Can I trash talk this?
I'm gonna go with yes. What are you saying to trash talk this girl possessed by a former wrestler?
She was just going on about how I'll never understand what it's like to be a true wrestler.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, you'll never understand what it's like to be beautiful.
Oh.
Roll me trash talk.
Oh my god, what happened to my dice? Why do I never
It's not my fault this time.
You're a walking trope.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh god, beautiful.
Here we go.
Well, while you're looking, I'm just gonna dump all my dice onto the table. Well, not all of them.
All of them?
Some of them onto the table and just kind of feel them with my fingers.
Okay, that's a 20 to trash talk.
That's a 20? Alright, keep that in mind for your next attack. Because this is actually booked. You do have a match.
Perfect.
So this is a Falls Count Anywhere match, which is essentially no pin or no submissions. You have to pin, and that's just the way it goes. You have to pin this person. They can be out of the ring. You can be anywhere. You are not allowed to like go and set up a table and smash them through it. However, if there is a table there and you would like to smash them through it, that's totally valid.
Yeah, that's fine.
Fair enough.
And so, she is going to just go, I'll show you what it means to be an amazing wrestler, and maybe you'll understand. And she, like, throws her mic off to the side, and she gets ready for this match. And ding! And she's charging at you.
Okay, so...
So Steelfist at the edge of the ring, like, looks around to make sure nobody's looking with any cameras, and then hops from, like, the sidelines over the bar and, like, hails down a beer vendor going, oh, this is gonna be good.
So you totally don't, but you totally, like, the audience, there is, like, a camera shot of, like, just Steelfist at a vendor with a beer.
Yeah, like, it's one of those, like, as, like, it's the awkward moments where, like, you know, everybody's getting over the ropes and into the ring. Like, the editors in the back are, like, channeling the magic for 2 seconds just to see Steelfist, like, hail someone, like, hop over, hail someone down, grab a beer, and go wink at the camera, and then come back.
I am
actually going to go grab a beer.
Yeah.
I would like to know the state of her hair right now. Is it down?
It is down and disheveled. As you would expect a person who is possessed to be.
I'm going to throw a force blast to push her hair in her face.
Alright. Throw that force blast with plus 20.
Okay. That's going to be 11 plus, so 31.
31 for this force blast.
Yeah.
Okay, so she starts running at you, and you just kind of like, ugh, and like force blast her. Like, what sort of aesthetic does Barbie take to force blasting?
I think she's gonna do like one of these.
Oh,
like
okay, so she's doing one of these, and essentially the force blast goes up in the same hand motion, and it hits her like a uppercut to the chin, and she just kind of like flips back and smashes into the ground. Ooh, yeah, she doesn't no-sell that. Like, she immediately is just like, my back, but she just, like, gets up quickly, and goes for the ropes, bounces off the ropes, and goes at you again.
Okay. Is it my turn? How is this done?
It's a little bit wishy-washy. I'm saying that you have your main turn and your off turn. Mm-hmm. And movement is sort of done as like another thing. So, okay. Essentially what it is she's still in her she used her movement before. She didn't get an opportunity to attack, so now she's rushing again after, you know, bounding off the ropes because that gives a speed boost for some reason.
Yeah.
And she's just getting ready to go, and she's going to try and clothesline you over the top ropes.
Okay. What I'm going to do is I would like to roll a perform.
Roll a perform? Okay.
Yeah.
What are you doing in this performance?
My performance is going to be at the audience. Mm-hmm. And I might have to mix this with like a physical grace or something. But what I would like to do is like make a big show out of her falling down just now, and make it like a casual sidestep sort of situation, but make it like really dramatic.
Okay, so you do kind of like a lean forward, like haha, and then like she's just more angry and like starts charging at you again. So the way perform is going to work now is that for every 10, you get a +5 for all offensive rolls, and your opponent gets a -5. The -5 isn't like, you can't make them do like -10, -20 for each roll. It's a flat -5.
Okay.
But yeah, so give me a perform roll.
Okay. Perform is my highest one.
And I mean, she's running in to attack, so she's going for an interrupt on this, essentially.
Okay, I got a 15.
So she actually rolled a 16.
Nice.
So you do the haha and then like try and sidestep it, but she just absolutely catches you.
Nice.
And
Ooh.
you sort of go flipped over, and you take 16 damage for that.
Ooh.
Okay.
So you have flipped over your. Do you land on your feet or do you land on your back? Do you try and like recover this gracefully?
Of course I'm going to try to recover it gracefully, but I think I'm not going to try to land on my feet because I'm wearing heels.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, so actually you've used the main and then you did a perform, so I guess that means that's out of turns for that one. So you just kind of go rolling into the ground, and your head sort of like hits a barrier as you roll, and it looks a little bit painful. And so, yeah, now it's your go.
Okay. I'm gonna do another trash talk.
Okay.
I'm gonna say something like, "Wow, is that all you got? I can't hit anybody. I'm not very strong at all, but man, you didn't do very much there." That was a really good roll, actually. Okay.
Morph.
You. Right. Okay, so that's a 23 to trash talk.
All right. So mark that down.
Yeah. And then can I do an additional, like, take my off turn?
I'm gonna say give it a little bit more of a back and
Okay.
forth.
Okay.
So you trash talk, and she is understandably a little bit angry. And so she is going to, like, she was going for the top ropes. Like, she was about to reach one of the side posts and start climbing it. And then you said that, and she just kind of, like, looks at you and is just like, oh, no, no, no. Oh, no, no. And she walks back to the center of the ring, and she starts charging at you again and dives through the top and the middle ropes. Going to do a spear on you.
Okay.
So if you would like to interrupt, now would be the time to do it, because she is definitely engaged in attack.
Okay. I guess. Excuse you.
Morph.
Why are you being so dramatic today?
Maya knows a good fight when she's involved.
Yeah.
She knows a good fight. You're always ready to fight, aren't you? Okay.
She's looking at you ready, like you said the word. Is that what's happening?
Is it fight time?
We doing a scrap?
Are we scrapping, mate?
Are we tussling?
Okay. Perhaps another force blast then to make her miss.
Okay. So roll your force, and I'm gonna see if this brawn can overpower it. The sheer power of this wrestler's legs diving at you.
Okay, but I get a force plus my trash talk, don't
Yes. So it's definitely not going to connect. Like, yours is definitely going to knock her out away.
I? Okay, so that's a 9 for force plus 23 is a 32 for force.
Okay. She rolled well, but there's no way in hell she was rolling that. So, like, you just kind of do, like, another, like, and she gets sort of hit, and, like, again, like, pivots and smashes into the barrier right next to you.
Nice.
She definitely hurt that. Like, you went over and kind of did, like, a tumble into it. She hit it full force. Like, that, she is now, like, on the ground. She is in pain.
So, Gabe, has your character been introduced yet?
No.
All right. So here, as there's a moment of like, you know, people from a quick attack and a quick like taking a hit, like taking a breather. Camera cuts away, and Steelfist has like a box of merch going through the crowd, like throwing things at people. He goes up to you and like offers you a T-shirt of himself.
Yeah, you hear as the camera sort of pans over to Steelfist, distributing merch. As Steelfist is handing a T-shirt to a particularly lanky individual, a white gloved hand kind of grabs the cameraman's face and shoves it out of the way with a "Meh!"
There's a brief flash of white and purple.
Yeah, there's a brief flash of white and purple and a very audible "Wah!" And when the camera cuts back, it's just Steelfist there. The shirt is no longer in his hand, and he is grabbing more shirt, more samples. And then it cuts back to the sort of ring where she is very, very angry. And since you guys are right next to each other, she literally just like grabs you and like stands you up, and she's gonna go for a grapple to just sort of hold you.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
Can I shapeshift out of this? Can I shapeshift to disengage this grapple?
I'm gonna say no, because she's very close to you, and it would be very, very difficult to shapeshift out of the grapple.
Okay, fair enough.
And so she is going to hit you with a what is that? A 13.
All right.
13. You're grappled, and she is giving you a bit of a squeeze.
A tight hug.
A tight hug. So it's going to be start of turn. What are you up to?
All right. I'm being tightly hugged by this lady.
Yeah.
I'm going to... Is she facing me?
Yes. Yes.
I'm going to kiss her on the mouth. And then say, ew.
Okay.
I am not lesbo.
As a trash talk.
As a trash talk? Okay. Yeah. I'll allow that one, because that is some good trash talking energy. Yeah, alright. I'll allow that as trash talk. Roll your trash talk.
Okay.
So as things stand, we have Bloody Rose, who has opened. We have Ken and Barbie. Ken's out in the midst of the ring.
Yeah.
And Barbie's in the midst of there with Bloody Rose, just like doing little slaps and plaps and dodges away from gruesome hits, and then just does a little mwah. Ew.
Yes. 100%. Like I would envision it that it's like she literally has you like in a bear hug, and you're slightly lifted off of the ground. Like that's how tight the hug is, and you literally are just doing this. Meanwhile, Ken is on the side of the ring going like, ah.
Good stuff. Okay, I rolled a 16 for.
All right. So 16. So, she's going to, like... I'm gonna roll as a resist grapple. I'm gonna see if she maintains the grapple.
Okay.
You know what? Actually, just call odds or evens. Just odds or evens.
Evens.
Evens? Alright. That's a 1. She retains the grapple. And in response to that, she's going to use the green mist on you. Now,
oh no.
The green mist.
The green mist. Now, in wrestling history, there are different colored mists. The worst one, I believe, being the black mist. And essentially what it is it's a little pack of slime that they keep, and then they bite on it, you know, like a blood pack, and then they spit it at you. It's very not COVID compliant.
Okay.
And that is what she is going to do right now.
Okay.
So you are covered in this mist, and it does 13 damage again to you.
Oof.
But your dress is ruined now. And to that, she kind of looks at you and is just laughing maniacally.
Okay.
As you are there on the ground, sort of clearing this mist out of your eyes, looking at your ruined dress, the camera, the Jumbotron, briefly flashes to backstage, your dressing room, and you can see that all of your most expensive dresses that were out have all been slashed. And right in the middle,
no!
there's a t-shirt bearing the emblem of Steelfist's face as a calling card.
So even the group, like even Bloody Rose and you, like, look up at that, and she's pointing at the Jumbotron, and she's continuing to laugh maniacally at you. And she thinks this is the funniest thing in the world.
In response to that, can I do another trash talk as my off term?
It'll override the previous one.
Okay. Okay, maybe I won't do that then.
You can, if you want, signal to Ken, who is right behind her. And technically that wouldn't be allowed, but Ken has been known to get away with some shady shit.
Hell yeah, I'd like to signal to Ken.
Okay. So you would have organized this backstage. What would you like Ken to do? Would you like him to just make her turn around? Would you like him to bump the ref so that, you know, or like distract the ref so that you're able to do some shady shit? Like, what would you like him to do?
Distract the ref.
Distract the ref? Alright. So Ken at that point just goes, hey. And he starts getting in the ring, and the ref is just like, what? And he turns, and it's just like, what the hell? And let's see how good Ken does. He's a 4-die in deceive. Yeah, he's one distracted ref.
One distracted ref. Okay.
So it's restart of turn order on that one.
Okay, I'm trying to decide what in my skill set is something that I could do that would be considered shady.
This could be time for a costume change.
This could be
to a different model of Barbie.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's costume change.
If you costume change now, I'm going to say that what you roll is a stamina gain. Because you are effectively being like, all right, game face.
Game face on. We're going like Commando Barbie, not Commando, but Army Man Commando.
Army Man Barbie. Okay, so
Army Man Barbie.
No more Mr. Island Magic Princess Barbie. Now it's time for 12 Dancing Princesses Barbie.
Is this like authentic Commando? Is this porn Commando? Or is this like 70s live action TV show Commando?
Absolutely Halloween costume for like a 13-year-old Commando.
Bloody Rose looks to see what the commotion is going on with the ref. And when she turns back, she sees Barbie, but Barbie has like the black war paint on and like a green like tube top basically, but with like a bandolier for some reason.
Yeah.
And commando pants, because commando pants.
Hell yeah.
Wait, are they the pointy tip of the bullets on the edge of the bandolier, like digging into bare skin in the most uncomfortable possible fucking way?
They're short shorts, of course.
Yeah, they're short shorts. Okay, I was gonna ask, are they commando pants or are they booty shorts? Okay,
they're booty shorts.
They're commando booty shorts. Okay. And so she's just like, what the hell just happened? And is very much confused as to what's going on, but she still knows she needs to attack you. So she's gonna go for a hit.
Okay, do I roll shape shifting and have it be a stamina gain or for that?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I'll give you this. It can either be a stamina gain or like a 1-to-1 stamina gain, or for every 5 that you want to reduce it is the amount of like damage that she is thrown off. Like, so it'll be a negative to her roll.
Negative to her roll.
Negative to her roll? Okay.
Yep.
So
that's a 10.
That's a 10? Alright. So I will see what she is going to roll. She did not roll well enough. So basically what's going to happen is how do you want her to miss? She's going in for a punch.
Going in for a punch?
Yeah.
Okay.
And FYI, I have ruled punches to be basically like weapon rolls, because it would be same as if you were using brass knuckles.
Okay. Can I perform this? What I want to happen is she goes for a punch. She misses, puts her arm around me. I like pull the arm and get up close to her. And then I want to, and then I want to fire blast her armpit.
Ah, yes. My favorite part of WWE is the relentless queer baiting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If Maya spoke person instead of dog, she would have yelled, "Lewd!"
Lewd. Absolutely.
I believe what she borked was horny jail.
Horny jail.
A good old bomb. So she goes for the punch, and you kind of do like a little sidestep, and like she's very much thrown off by the sudden shift. She's not sure what's going on. So she kind of like stumbles forward, and you take the opportunity to just kind of grab her arm and like rope in on that one. And then you said you were gonna elemental blast her armpit?
Her armpit, yes.
Would that be the arm that you are next to, or would that be the other armpit?
Yeah,
like you going for a hug?
Yeah, so I bring the arm around me and then do sort of one of these.
Okay.
Like a boom.
Okay. So you're gonna go and do that. Roll me elemental.
Okay.
This is like a Robot Chicken sketch.
It really is a Robot Chicken sketch.
Barbie beats up an emo girl with fire magic. 14
plus, I believe it was 16 from my previous trash talk.
Okay.
Oof.
Yeah, so that's a lot of damage. So she kind of like reels back. She is like noticeably on fire and needs to like pat herself out. And the ref, upon like seeing this, is like, "What the hell?" And then like motions for Ken to like get out, like he's like banished from the area, kind of thing. And so Ken just like he's just like, "What? I didn't do anything," and then like walks backwards. And you sort of like he sort of disappears from sight, kind of thing. And so the She is still on fire, so she's going to stop, drop, and roll, pretty much.
Okay.
But her roll is very unenthusiastic. She is very tired, and she is not getting up from this attack.
I'm going to dramatically put my heeled boot, because I'm wearing heels.
Obviously, even in Commando, you're still wearing heels.
Of course. They're like stilettos.
Yeah.
And do like one of these.
Yeah. Okay, well, the ref slides out from underneath the bottom rope, slides out onto the ground, and starts going. 1! And the way I'm gonna do this is I'm gonna have you roll odds. No, that's not fair. She's literally at 0 health. So I'm just gonna have her roll at like a -10.
Okay.
Of which she already has a -5. She's done. Yeah, she's done. There's no point in doing the rolls for it. So like,
Okay.
She's on the ground. She's pinned. She's put herself out. And you're just standing over there. So the ref is just 1, 2, 3. Call it.
Nice.
And
Woo!
just instantly, ding, ding, ding. You are the winner.
I'm gonna dramatically, head held high, walk out.
And we get a shot of Bloody Rose leaning against the barricade in utter disbelief at her loss. She cannot believe this. It is just an absolute shock that a pro wrestler such as her former self would be bested by some pretty girl Barbie over there.
Hell yeah.
Right. So we cut to a backstage segment where we now get a Waluigi walking down a hallway. And he sees in the distance his old tag team partner, Mario.
Uh-oh.
Wario!
No, it's Mario, not Wario. Wario is your hype man. He doesn't wrestle. Mario is your old tag team partner.
Does he notice me?
Oh yeah, he's walking up to you. He just learned how you acquired the 24/7 belt, and he is ashamed. He walks up to you and he's like, I cannot believe this. You're taking a belt by
what
cheating.
What are you talking about?
Why you gotta cheat? Why you gotta cheat to win the belt?
I know you cheated.
Is going to SMASHAMANIA that much to you? Does it mean that much to you?
Look over there, Princess Peach!
Where?
And I roll, that is a 19 on deception.
I'm gonna roll his understand, but let's face it, Mario's a fucking idiot. He doesn't understand shit. Yeah, no. So he goes, Peach, where?
Alright, and when he turns around, can I shove him in a garbage can? Just, like, I'm a tall man. I'm just gonna, whoop, boom, right in the trash.
Yeah.
That's what I do. His little legs sticking up, wiggling.
You succeeded. You succeeded in the deceive. So yep, he is now feet dangling, and he is very short and very wide. So he definitely like fits in, and like it is very much from his like torso is in, like his torso down is just dangling up little legs.
Yeah. You got a little bit of wah going on.
And then I'm assuming you leave.
I say, so long, Mario! And I leave.
Bye-bye. Alright, so you leave, cuts to black. Then back on the stage, we get Soundscape versus Albright. Now, Soundscape is very notorious because he wrestles with a guitar, and specifically just uses force blasts emanating from his guitar. And Albright is just a guy. He's a guy who's just big and like beefy and like wrestles, and like that's his that's his thing. And I'm gonna roll to see how it goes. It's 3 rolls for matches that you guys are not taking part in. And alright, so Albright actually gets in pretty good. He goes in and, like, really prevents him from using his guitar. Actually disarms him from having his guitar. And then Soundscape manages to actually do something impressive, not with a guitar, and get it back. Like, he basically, like, Albright is going for a pin, or, like, he's going to basically suplex the guy. And Albright just, Soundscape just kind of hooks his legs in behind and, like, rolls him up and smashes him on his back. And then finally... Yeah. So Soundscape is going to get his guitar and play a little ditty that he creates, basically to describe how the match has been going for him. And he plays it, and he knocks Albright over the top ropes, lands, and gets counted out. And that's the end of the match for Soundscape and Albright.
Nice.
We then cut to another backstage segment. Barbie. You haven't been able to find Ken anywhere.
Where did Ken go? Oh my goodness.
He's nowhere to be found.
I've been so distracted for my dresses that have all been
Ken needs to sort this shit out.
Yeah, Ken's got to figure this out. Otherwise, I need to figure it out, and like that's a lot of work for me.
Yeah.
So
you do, however, come across Waluigi.
I come across Waluigi?
Yeah. You just happen to be walking down the halls together while you're searching for Ken, and while Waluigi is being Waluigi.
Okay.
Waluigi sees you coming, and he takes his hat and he lifts it way up high and does the most dramatic hat tip curtsy thing possible with his long, lanky legs.
Oh.
And then firmly pops it back on his head. And he says, "Hey! I saw that no good rotten wolfman coming out of your dressing room! Me!"
Wolfman?
Wolfman.
Yeah. It is worth noting that Steelfist is draconian.
Yeah.
He's dragonborn.
Yeah.
So, okay, Wolfman, alright.
She'll say, "Thank you for the information. That's so nice of you."
Good luck finding Ken!
You know where he is?
Scuttles away really fast.
Okay, so we get Waluigi doing a scuttle away really fast, and for a moment Barbie's just standing there going, "What?" And then the camera like pans over and just starts running after Waluigi as he's running down. As he's running down the corridor.
Gangly skittle.
Yeah, a little gangly skittle going down the corridor. And once Barbie is out of sight, Gabe, roll me odds or evens.
Alright, evens. I got a 2.
Alright. So, you see a trash can coming your way. Like, I mean, physically through the air coming towards your head.
Oh no! It's just sailing towards me, eh?
Yeah.
I am going to try and duck and let the can hit the cameraman chasing me.
Okay. What did I say was dodging and stuff?
I feel like that'd be Grace.
I think that would be Grace.
Okay. I got a 6.
All right, let me roll the weapon roll. Okay, so the trash can hits you, but it does 6 damage.
6. I take 6 damage. Hey, no fair.
And
you cheated!
You see Ken emerge from the shadows, coming at you, and he's just screaming, "Want belt!" It is worth noting that Waluigi is the current owner of the 24/7 belt, which means that he has a belt, which gets him a ticket to SMASHAMANIA. So long as he has it by the end of this show.
You can't have it! It's mine! I want it fair and square!
The 24/7 belt is notorious for changing hands because you can lose it at any time as long as there is a ref there to call it. For any reason. You could submit, you could be pinned, anything.
Well, Luigi says, I don't see no ref!
Like, out from a corner, there is, like, a ref standing there, like, with a coffee cup. Like, just standing there. And so Ken's coming at you. Like, there are refs everywhere here.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm going to use my benefit trip.
Okay. All right.
To trip him as he runs past me.
All right. Roll your... I guess this would be delicate. I didn't modify the like attack rolls because it's just like you make an attack. All right, you do a thing. But I imagine for something like this, yeah, it's not backflip twirling, it's not big brawn. This would be delicate.
All right, yeah, I rolled to trip him, and I got a 31.
Okay.
That's really high.
So you do the gangly thing that you do. You do the lanky thing that you do. And you just kind of like drop as you go really, really far to the side, but your leg is still really far out. And Ken just running at you going, "Want belt," ends up like tripping and falling. And he falls flat on his face.
Alright, so right as this happens, I'm going to say that Steel Fist and like a couple of trainers and a manager are walking down an adjacent hallway prepping for a match. I'm just going to go back and hit the coffee cup that the ref has to distract him.
Alright, as you do that,
Will, roll
Waluigi?
me... You have to roll me deceive. Alright, what's he doing in the meantime?
6.
Alright, 6? Okay.
Yeah, while that's happening, Waluigi's looking around, making sure nobody's looking, and as Ken is getting up, he's gonna boot him as hard as he can right in the face.
Okay. Roll me weapon.
That is a 14.
Okay. He gets in the face.
Oh, poor Ken.
I would roll defense, but Ken's literally like one die and +1. Like he's not a fighter. He's a talker, and that is, yep, he is hit, and he is on the ground constantly rolling in pain. He doesn't want to get up. He doesn't want to get up.
Waluigi says, I hope that Barbie can afford the surgery, and kicks him again.
I'm gonna say that it does the equivalent amount of damage, and Ken is still on the floor writhing in pain. So, Waluigi, you look up after one of your kicks, and you now see a figure in a brown cloak. It's very hooded. It's sort of like the referee was in a really well lit area, so like Steel Fist and them, they're all sort of like in this well lit hallway, and then there's just this one random doorway corner that probably leads to a bathroom, but for the sake of this, no one knows that. And there's just a brown cloaked figure that is starting to recede into the shadows.
When Waluigi notices that, and the fact that the camera's on him, He turns around and helps Ken up and goes, "Oh, it looks like you hurt your face pretty bad when you fell. Way! Oh no!"
Okay. Roll me. Oh fuck! I guess
That's a deceive.
That's a deceive.
Yeah, roll me deceive. That is a
I
heal
got
move.
3 ones. Come on!
3 dice and they're all ones.
Well, one of them was a 6, and the other 3 were 1s. So that's a grand total of 12.
Okay, that's beautiful. Okay, so you can either add that to your next attack roll, which before a match would just kind of go. Actually, no, it'd stay, or you can roll it as stamina.
Well, I'll add it as stamina to recover that 6 that I lost.
Okay, so Will, your deceive didn't really work. It just kind of like you knock the coffee cup, and the guy's just like, oh, but like still watching because he's a professional. But it's just like, dude.
I did my best.
Yeah. And so the dark figure recedes away. Ken is huddled on the ground. This wasn't an official match, like, so there are no rules. So it ends. He's not getting up. He's on the ground. He doesn't want to get up. He's still screaming the want belt.
Serves you right. And I'm walking away.
All right. So. Because he just cuts back to Waluigi being like, "Camera out of face," and runs away.
Yeah.
So, next match, we cut back to the ring. The next match is the Flying Owl versus the Submistress, which is a... Squirrel Folk is the Flying Owl, and her entire gimmick is, why the fuck didn't you name it Flying Squirrel? But she very much leans heavily into the owl gimmick. And then we get Submistress, who is a Pythona, specializing in constricting moves. And it's exactly what you expect when I say the name Submistress.
It's just Lady Midnight, or whatever the hell.
Yeah, it's pretty much just Lady Midnight. Let's see how the match goes. The whole like preamble of the match is Flying Owl reuniting their rivalry, or reigniting their rivalry, by saying that owls eat snakes, and then Submistress being like, yeah, but like snakes eat squirrels. So like, okay. But Flying Owl starts off really, really strong. Does some nice rope work. Like goes off the top ropes, does a flip, lands right on Submistress, and just keeps it fucking going. Like genuinely, like it's really impressive. Like manages to roll Submistress up into an actual submission. Like
Submistress is very impressed by the rope work.
Yeah. Very impressed by the rope work. And yeah, no, it's actually really one-sided. Flying Owl fucking takes this.
Right. So before the match ends, I want to stage a stunt as Steel Fist.
Okay.
So I presume at this point, based on where we're running these matches, I come in as a heel at the bare minimum. Is that accurate or no?
You can be whatever you want to be.
All right. So
I'm gonna say heel seems fine.
I want to show up outside the big Abbey and White Abbey in my heel outfit. I got like black pants, a red sash, and like an anarchy symbol on like a sleeveless black t-shirt. I'm gonna turn the statue of Prosper upside down.
Oh, all right.
Keep in mind, this whole thing is filmed like a circa 2014 YouTube prank.
Yeah. Totally. Like it looks a little bit like the Church of Prosper, but it's very clearly that is not the actual like symbol. Like it's very clearly like you went inside and then like, you know, you started like trashing up the place, but not really. Like, there's really nothing to trash up. You're just kind of, like, throwing a thing around or two. And then, like, you flip it upside down. But it's very clearly, like, meant to be in the middle of the room and, like, removed later because it's not anything like that. And it's, like... I like, the end of the video, you start to see that it's really not the Church of Prospera.
It's like a set that they made.
It's a set they made.
He's throwing toilet paper gently around.
Yeah, like, it's really nothing fancy going on there.
You're destroying a $5 plastic chair, like...
Yeah.
I'll still say that you roll perform.
All right.
Or is that perform? I don't. Yeah, it's perform.
That's going to be a nice, tasty 10.
All right. So since this is a since this is sort of like a preamble stunt, I'm going to say that you can take it as the audience is really with you on this, and the fact that they want to hate you.
Yeah.
So you can take this as
it's a Lil Nas X situation. It's good for my career.
Yeah. You can take this as stamina. You're getting hype generated.
All right.
And perfect timing for that, because the very next match is Steel Fist versus Big Machine, and this is a hyped up event because you know what this event is. This is an explosive barbed wire event. So what that means is that instead of the ropes, it's barbed wire. And if you touch it, that's 2d6 of explosive damage.
Explosive damage?
Yes.
Explosive barbed wire?
Yes. Because the moment you touch it, there's a large white flash and, like, it's gonna hurt. So we cut back to, like, Big Machine walking down the ramp, and it's very much just like his theme music is very much like very like machine heavy. He is a very big dude. Like, we're talking like bear. He is an earth sign. He is big. But he is also painted silver. So he is a big silver bear. Yep. I said those words. And he's walking down, and his theme music is very much, it just sounds like machinery. Like, genuinely, it just sounds like machinery, and he moves sort of like robotic until he gets into the stage and then just starts like, yeah! And the crowd goes like, yeah! Because there is a big push for machinery and, like, war machines in historically in White Abbey. So he gets over real well in White Abbey. And then we get Steel Fist coming out. And, well, I'm pretty sure you know what music I selected for this. So you can decide how you want to appear and when you want the pyro to happen, because I'm assuming with Steel Fist there's pyro.
All right, so there's basically like a moment where it's like with the crowd, all the lights go down, and then they show up, and I'm there, and I go, ah! And I force blast through the air a little bit, land a little bit further ahead. Pyro goes off. Yep. You got like a whole like Van Halen AC/DC ass like 80s porn tier guitar solo.
So
as I like run through going, I like.
So before all of that goes, before all that crazy shit goes, we need to get the audience hype. And what better way to get them hype than a sound that they know is associated with you? And that's going to be, if you see me coming, better step aside. A lot of men didn't, a lot of men died. One fist of iron, the other of steel. The right one won't get you, the left one will. And as soon as that will happens, boom, the pyro, the explosions, the flips, all of that.
I'd like to imagine that this is one of those things where, like, as the lights are on, I'm quietly like, and like an intern comes in with a metal gong as I like quickly throw on like a brass knuckle, and then I go, come boom!
Yeah.
And then quickly throw it off stage. So the intern runs away and they go, yeah!
Yeah, basically, like 100%. That's what it is. They have a gong set up for you to just punch right at that will part, and then you come running out. Pyrotechnics. There's flips. There's performance everywhere for this, and the crowd is a hard mixture of cheers and boos. They love to hate you right now. You got pop. So you make your way down to the ring, and the match is going to start as normal. There's no need for banter in a fight like this. Everyone knows that it's going to be brutal. Like, there is literally only one side of the ring you can actually get in on that's not covered in barbed wire. The rest of it, including the floor outside of the ring, is covered in barbed wire. So the bell rings, and roll me odds or evens.
I should have called that.
Yeah, roll again with a call.
That's evens.
Okay, you do not get the draw off this one. He's going to start off, and he is going right in for a sort of charge. He's got his like arms in, and he's ready to just kind of like, bah! And he wants to do a big pop right off the bat. He is all brawn. He is all brawn. This guy has no delicate, no grace. Okay. That is going to be a 16.
I'm gonna take it.
You're gonna take it? Alright.
Yep. I'm just gonna take the hit.
Are you gonna try and stop yourself from going backwards into the barbed wire immediately?
How far am I? Am I far enough that, like, I could stumble with one hit and not hit it? Or do I need to try and...
You could stumble with one hit and not go into the barbed wire.
Okay, I'm absolutely hyping up the crowd to think I'm about to hit it.
Okay. Alright, so you kind of just get blasted back, and he's kind of like, yeah, alright. And he's going to come in for the final push, but obviously you get your turn. So
this is the machine, big Ursuline, all silver-plated. Is it safe to assume that there's big, like, styrofoam armor pieces?
Oh, he's not silver-plated. He's silver. Like, as in spray-painted silver. In just, like he has, like, a unitard on, just kind of, like, everything about him is just silver, and he's just massive.
Spray paint is often flammable.
It's not actual, it's actually just ritual. But, like... spray paint doesn't
on
exist.
Icing. Like in Mad
The
Max.
Bloodwine universe? What are you talking about? I don't know what you mean.
Alright, so as he's coming in, I'm gonna go, you're just as meat as me! And I'm gonna throw a acid blast to try and get the paint off.
Okay.
Can I have this be primarily, like, just a punch, but, like, there's a smear of acid on it?
Do you have that one... Do you have that one benefit that's the 2d6 retaliation?
As retaliation? Because I have Battle Mage, which is plus 2d6 once per turn to a weapon roll.
Yeah, no. Yep, that totally works, yes.
Perfect. So the weapon damage is going to be... Alright, that's going to be 10, 18 damage. Just heavy.
Alright.
Plus 7 damage of acid.
Okay.
So that would be a total of 25.
Okay. For the 18, I'm going to say that he tries to no-sell this. So he's going to try and brawn this. And he actually does no-sell the punch. The punch is fine, but then the acid sort of gets on him, and he reacts to that. So you no-sells, and he's just kind of like, huh. And then the acid hits him, and it's just like, oh, God. And he ends up like, freaking back because of it.
All right. I'm going to use my off-turn movement, basically, because I've been hit against the ropes, and he came in for the other one. I'm going to sidestep around as he's going, to get like between him and the ropes, and I'm gonna point and go like, "See, meat all the same."
All right.
Turn to the crowd and say, "Go vegan."
Go vegan. This, I don't know. This feels kind of like a heel, or this kind of feels like a face move. This feels like you're trying to win over the crowd in a way that's like honest and like appealing to them. So you can either roll perform or convince.
I'm gonna go perform.
Okay.
Just hype it up first, not try to go for the nail yet. For the perform, that's gonna be a 6.
Okay. So that doesn't really go over the crowd. The crowd, because it's for every 10 you gain +5, so it's just gonna, the crowd just kind of goes, bro, smash him! Like, they want Big Machine to sort of just kind of like boom you.
We want the smashy smash.
So I got hit, and then I like dodged around. I like
you no-sold and you attacked, and you sold it, you attacked, and you performed. So that's your 2 moves from the attack and perform. So it kind of comes back, and he's gonna recover from this acid blast, and he's just kind of going to like give you a like shove. And so this is again going to be Braun. He's really trying to get you into those ropes. And that is going to be a 14. Wow, he's rolling bad.
I'm gonna deliberately take it and stumble into the ropes.
Okay. So that is going to be 5 damage from the explosion. So you stumble back, and there's just a crack, and you're just kind of going from it after the explosion. The crowd's just going, yeah, yeah, violence.
Right. So
Violence.
Right as this hit goes off, I'm gonna reel off of it and then go in for just like a pure push force punch on this dude.
Okay.
So this is with hand to spell, so it's default 2 push. I'm going to do force damage and try to convert it all to push if I can. 12, 18. So that would be 23. So I believe that translates to 6 push. Is that a 1 or like a 1-2? How many times does that hit the ropes?
I'm going to say that is a twofer. On the first one, he gets like thrown back into it, and boom, the explosion hits for another 5 damage.
If it comes down to it, I have 3 extra damage on that attack that goes into actual damage, but I'm doing it for the blow up.
Yeah. So you sort of hit him, and he goes flying back, and he hits the post, and just there is the explosion. And he starts stumbling forward. He rolls forward, and like he cannot get a control of his momentum, and he smacks into another rope. This time he's more like he would have gone flying backwards, and then he just kind of like stumbled towards the side, and so now he's like on the same side of the rope as you are. And oh my god. That one really hurt. He hit his face on that one. He's not happy.
All right, so as he's doing the back and forth bong bong kind of thing, I want to use an onslaught. I presume this is wrestling time, so like he takes extra long to hit because we're both performing. So I have the time to do like a Popeye like whoom whoom.
Oh yeah, you definitely have time to do a Popeye like wind up.
So I'm going to give him another onslaught. This one's just damage, I think, because I only used 1 benefit this turn. I don't want to do any more. This one is... Let's see. 10... 20, and I'm going to convert that to 4 more push. Though for the record, if he's going back and forth, I'm going to do a 90-degree push and make him hit the other ropes for the show.
Like the one that's not barbed? Or yeah, okay.
Like, I'm going to aim so that he at least hits the barbed one, but if he accidentally ping-pongs out of the ring, that's fine with me.
Okay.
As long as it's like bing, bang, boing, and then something that breaks the pattern.
All right. So it's definitely you come up and I'm gonna roll something for this. Yeah. Okay. So you go up and he's like, oh god, and this is a little performing tip. He made a small incision in his forehead, like just skin deep, not enough to actually draw blood, but definitely weakens the area so that when you do get hit in that area, you bleed a lot. And so from the explosion, well, actually, no one's really sure if it's from the explosion or your fist connecting with his face, but something caused him. He is now gushing blood.
Nice.
And he again goes ping-ponging through for... Okay, and... Yep. Alright. So he goes ping-ponging through, and he is definitely hurting. But just before he's about to go over that, the rope without barbed wire on it, he grabs hold of the rope and just, boom, stops all of his momentum.
Got a bit of a surprised face, like,
yeah. So he's gonna turn around, and he's woozy, but he is mad. So he is again going to go at you, and this time he's just trying to fucking throw you. Like, he is going to pick you up. His like attempt is to pick you up, bear hug you, and just chuck you out of the ring. And let's see how we go with that. So that is going to be a 25.
All right. Is that an attack roll? Is that damage? What do I...
It's essentially an attack. If you want to resist, you resist with whatever you want to resist with.
All right. As the throw hits, I'm gonna take the bear hug, take the throw, and then use a bit of earth magic to make a Last Airbender platform, land on it, and then hop back into the ring.
Okay. In that case, roll me the elemental for that.
Got some rogue dice there for a second. Alright, so that's going to be a 19, and it was a 25, so I think I would still take 6, unless you want to... How do you want to do that?
That's fine. So, what it is he gets you in the bear hug, and he tosses you over his back, over the rope, almost touching the barbed wire again himself with how much he has to bend backwards in order to get you over. And you quickly just kind of whoop, and you swish up some earth magic, but you still kind of you still smack it, so you still take that little bit of damage. But it's a lot better than it would have been. It's definitely a lot better than falling into the barbed wire below. Yeah. But now you're in kind of a rock and a hard place here, because you have explosive wire to get back in the ring. Or you can go on the outside. But you do have the ref counting down here.
All right. I am just going to try to jump over the wire back into the ring.
Okay. Roll me Grace.
All right. It's going to be a... Oof, that's going to be a 7.
Ooh. Yeah, you try, but your leg kind of gets caught. So you do a little bit of a hoop to get yourself over, but your leg does get caught for 9 damage. How's your health doing?
That's exactly the line. It's at exactly 50. So if you're doing this raw, unless you want to do it differently as a GM, this is the point where like I don't start bleed damage.
Yeah,
but if I took one more damage, I would.
Bleed damage isn't necessarily a thing. However, given positions, I will say that you're at a disadvantage because you're definitely showing that you're a little bit hurt here. You're definitely showing that you're tired, and a tired person doesn't always kick out. A tired person can't always get out of submissions.
Mm-hmm.
And
all right. So after catching the edge of that like barbed wire, I'm gonna sit there and do like all the dramatics of being like, "No, my leg!"
Yeah. So you're kind of like rolling on the ground, like god damn. And big guy here is going to try and roll you up into a pin, basically. So essentially what's happening is you're like, god, and he's gonna like take your arms, like wrench them away, and then just cover your body. And the ref is gonna come over and start trying to like tap out.
What would it take for me to reverse this?
To reverse this, okay, so as he's coming in, you would need to roll a delicate roll, counter his delicate roll.
Okay, but does it count as a grapple of some sort?
Yes.
Alright. Works for me. That's a 10?
Yeah, no, you beat him. He rolled a 2. He doesn't do pins. He mostly just knocks people unconscious and wins by default. Like usually people don't try and kick out of his pins. So how do you want to reverse this?
So I'm on the ground and the guy's coming down. He's used to knocking people out without pins, just like violence, right? Can I just do like a slight roll and have him like punch the ring right where I was?
He wouldn't be punching it. What you can do is he's coming down to try and cover you. So if you want, you can instead reverse it into your own submission. And this guy is also hurt. He's bleeding. He really is hurt. So he would suffer basically the same penalties as you. So you can reverse it into your own pin, or you can reverse it into a submission.
So basically, like, I'm going to roll out of the way as he slams, take the bit of a, like, drama pause to, like, stand up, wipe some sweat off of my brow, and then, like, stick a foot on his back.
Yeah, okay. So you're going to go for, like, a little bit of a stompy doodle on him.
Yeah, I'm not going for a stomp. Yeah. I'm more going for just, like, a
stay
stand.
Down. Yeah, okay. Okay, so in that case, roll me delicate.
All right. That's going to be... Is this a general delicate or a grapple?
It's a grapple.
That's a 15.
Okay. So he takes that, and based on his health, I'm going to say he still has enough health to kick out of it. He's hurting, but, you know. So I'm going to see if... Collectively, I'm going to do 3 rolls for the 3 taps. I'm going to see if he can collectively roll enough to get out of this. So that is... Alright. So that is a 10 for that. And... Actually, no, that's a 10 with -5 because he's hurt. So that would actually just be a 5. That is a... that would put him at 9 for this roll, and he just barely kicks out on that last. The ref's hand is like inches above, and he just gets his shoulder up, and you have to sort of separate, and he's left still on the ground, still in pain. He just barely got out of that one.
All right. So this is kind of my build, right? Like this is the last little kind of
you've got like unless he really pulls some shit, which isn't his normal tactic, you pretty much have the run of the ring on this one. If he gets back on his feet, you'll be in trouble, but he's really struggling to get back on his feet.
Would it be possible to, like, Avenger... Like, not on him, just in the middle of the ring, like, Avenger Slam with some fire magic and set off the explosives for one big whoosh?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm going for.
Okay. Roll me perform plus your grace.
Okay,
Like-
perform and grace. Do I pick the better skill? Do I pick magic?
I'm going to say that it's going to be grace. It's going to be based off of your grace roll that really sells the move, because you have to do the flippy. You have to do the flippy proper. Everything else is sort of like set up pyrotechnics. Where it comes down to physical skill is you doing that flippy.
Gotta do the
Alright.
flippy.
Gotta do
Got an 18.
Okay. So, you kind of go up to the rope that isn't barbed, and you jump up while pulling the other rope down to get your feet underneath it, and you kind of get some momentum to do a flip, and you just kind of like slam down, conveniently right on him. Because he is in the dead center of the ring. You are now in the dead center of the ring, and all the explosions that are set up on the barbed wire all go off at the same time. This is a huge pyrotechnic display, and yeah, no, he's done.
That's so.
He's done. He's not recovering from that one. He's not recovering from that one.
As you sort of stand up and as the smoke is clearing and you're kind of blinking the light out of your eyes, you see that your dear friend Waluigi has made signs and has a whole audience, or the ones that follow him at least, chanting, "Steel Fist cheated! Steel Fist cheated!"
So
And he's doing this big leggy dance going, yeah!
I'm sitting there doing wrestling faces like,
yeah, so you won. There was no like thing, but you had like a bit of a rivalry going back and forth between like machinery versus man kind of thing, and also just like you being
Like,
the
this is
fucking
the-
anarchist versus a capitalist kind of thing.
yeah, like this is the end of a plot line, and like this is the special where a new one starts.
Yes. Yeah, basically. This is the end of a plot line. And then going for WrestleMania, we'll see what happens going forward. There might be some more shenanigans. Sorry, SMASHAMANIA, not WrestleMania. That's legally distinct.
Yeah.
So you look up and you see Waluigi doing it. Yeah. And
The Pennywise dance.
all right, Gabe, I'm going to say roll me perform on this one.
Okay.
Let's see if you can outperform the current hype, because you have to deal with pyrotechnics, and you're
All
just
right,
How
standing there
powerful
holding
is
a
your
sign.
Robbie Rotten energy?
Yeah,
That is a 9 for Robbie Rotten.
it is not enough to overwhelm the crowd who is going ham.
Can I roll perform to do like a handshake that makes it clear that this is a friendly rivalry that I'm into?
Go for it. Yeah.
All right. I want to make it clear that it's like me and Waluigi aren't enemies, like we're allies who prank each other, kind of thing. All right, I got a fresh 5.
Oof. Okay. How does Waluigi respond to that performance?
Waluigi goes. Waluigi accepts the handshake, but he. You ever handshake
Like-
someone and they grip too hard and they go. "Arrgh!" It's like one of. It's not a friendly handshake. It's a violent, aggressive.
Okay.
I'm the one with less chaotic energy in this interaction.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, yes, you're the one with less chaotic energy in this interaction.
Here's the thing, Waluigi, I think he's trying to be a heel, but I don't think he even succeeds at that. Like, people don't even like to hate him.
I don't even think he knows
Like-
how to be a heel.
Waluigi's a snark.
Yeah.
So, while you go up and you offer a hand and all this other stuff, people are a little bit. It doesn't really work because a lot of people are more distracted by the paramedics that are kind of like running to the stage with like a stretcher and stuff like that, and going like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And obviously, yes, he's fine. This is all planned out. But like, they're really selling the. they're also checking him for like concussions, being like, okay, genuinely, are you okay? Did you get hurt at all during this? Like, how many fingers am I holding up? Kind of like.
All right.
And he's just
I'm
kind of
gonna
like,
make my exit.
yep. And then,
I'm also gonna run off to the bathroom and grab.
all right, perfect.
I also have to run off to the bathroom.
All right,
No,
that's fine.
Wow.
I think that means
fine.
it's Waluigi Skitter hour.
We
Yeah.
got some more performances. Like I said, I have a show plan. It's good. It's fine. You
Excellent.
can do it. You do your bit. So, I guess now I just get to perform to you.
Yeah.
So next we have a video promo similar to what Steelfist did earlier. It's for a wrestler named Mammon, and
Okay.
Mammon is he's a dark touched who is his entire gimmick is he gambles with souls.
Okay. Wait, with gold?
No, with souls. Like he
Oh.
will fight you, but if he wins, he doesn't care about belts. If he wins, he gets your soul.
Ooh.
And he has won against one other person, so he's standing there being like, I'm just excited to add some more to my collection. They think they can beat me, but they don't know what's coming to them.
With
Yeah.
a roll of 17, does he notice me sneaking up on him?
I'm going to say that is not a thing that you can currently do.
Damn.
Because you were just on stage and it would break the immersion.
Damn. Okay.
I'm going to say that you can't. You're not able to do that considering where you just were. And so he comes out and he starts talking about his match against the headsman and Father Grigori, which is coming up later, and how he's going to absolutely destroy them. And then that goes away, and then we get our next match, which is
I'm back.
They came back at the same time.
nice.
Yeah.
Nice. See,
So-
clearly we're part of a prepared show.
Yeah, definitely. So our next match is going to be Susan Starr versus the Old Guard. And essentially the two gimmicks are Susan Starr is the best of the best, no one does it better. And the Old Guard is you need to learn your fucking place and learn some goddamn respect. And yeah, that's basically the bout. The Old Guard is very much very Undertaker energy, very like minimalist costume. It's like monotone, sort of like a blue costume that she wears. And then Susan Starr is just like giant fucking star on the chest. Make sure everyone knows that she is like she has.
So this is the part in the middle of the show where all the dads are leaning over to their 12-year-old kids going, "You see, in the 80s."
Yeah, 100%. This is a you see in the 80s bit. And Susan Starr has like leggings that just say the best going down them. Actually, no. One legging says star, the other one says power.
Nice.
So the Old Guard starts off strong, taking her down. This is a no submission match, so it has to be via pinfall. But Old Guard is still really cocky. So she's actually putting her into like submission holds to sort of like wear her down. Like it still fucking hurts to be in a submission, and if you tap, it's not over. You have to get out of that. And then it's going to one time she's going to put her in a submission hold, but Susan Starr just kind of reverses it and just slams her face into the ground. And as the match goes on, it's actually Old Guard that takes it. Old Guard ends up getting fed up with Susan Starr and just kind of like throws her over the top ropes, and then like goes outside of the ring, throws her back in, and pins her. Yeah.
After that match, Waluigi is coming up and going, "Hey, Star, now that you're a loser, do you want to go on a date with me?"
So, Waluigi emerges from underneath the ring, right where right where Susan Starr is trying to like roll out, like Susan Starr is like in tears at her loss, rolls out of the ring and like flops to the ground.
Okay,
And
so I want to get the
Waluigi is
energy
just
right. Is this underneath the ring through like the cloth skirts, or is this
Yes.
out of the middle like a
No,
strip
through
of
the
cake?
cloth skirts. Through the cloth skirts. And so, like, she rolls out of the ring, lands on the ground, and is just kind of like, I can't believe I lost this to Old Guard. And she's like in tears because she's the best. And then Waluigi's head just kind of goes, hey! Right out from it. And she's like, you want to go on a date? And she's just like, and now I'm considering a date.
Waluigi winks at the cameraman and goes, "The ladies love it, yeah!"
And then you just kind of like whoop underneath the skirt of the ring again, and she goes to open it, and you're not in there.
No, I'm gone.
Like she can't find you anymore. You're gone. You've disappeared.
Disappeared completely.
All like she lifts up the skirt, and it's just tables underneath the ring. That's it. So the next match is going to be Headsman and Father Grigori versus Mammon and Brian Buck. And so the Headsman is basically the edgelord hunter. Whoever tries to get an edgy story, he goes after them. So if you're possessed by a demon or like you're the son of a vampire, he's coming after you. He's tired of your bullshit, and he is billed as a demon hunter and is oddly edgier than all of them because what he does is just go after them in the edgiest way possible. And then Father Grigori is like a priest, which goes over really well in Prospera territory. He's dressed in very much the same vestments, but he's also very buff, and he sort of takes off the vestments, and like you can see sort of like he still wears like a vest that's like bright white with like tassels on the side of it. It's very weird.
He's like a rook.
Yeah. And then Mammon is a demon, like he's a dark touched gambler of souls, so he's very edgy, and he comes out with Brian Buck, who he previously won his soul in a different match. He comes out with a collar on Brian Buck's neck with a leash guiding him to the ring. And this match is a souls tag team, so winner gets the other person's soul.
Can I run like B-plot interference with Barbie?
So you're running you and Barbie are running interference, or like you're running
like I'm
interference with
thinking
Barbie?
like during the like before and after the commercial breaks and like cutaways while people are taking a breather kind of thing. Like Steel Fist, as like he renounces his evil ways and gets rid of the anarchist t-shirt, like goes with Demon Hunter Barbie to break the demonic pacts to win it for Father Grigori.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm just gonna roll for how the start of the match goes, because this is gonna descend into a clusterfuck. I guarantee it.
Guaranteed.
So, it goes actually in the side of the Headsman and Grigori route. When out comes nowhere, Waluigi is being thrown, like, there's like the stage, like there's the ramp going up, and then there's like stage left and stage right. Coming out of stage right, Waluigi is being tossed.
like the opposite of a smash ejection, he's coming from off screen into the middle of the fight.
Yes, exactly. And emerging from there is I've forgotten his name. Big Machine. Big Machine's still a little bit like bloody. You can see like red in mixing in with the silver in his face. And he's just coming out, and he is chasing Waluigi onto the ramp. Like, he had thrown him onto the ramp, and he's now coming out to throw him again to, like, actually hit him this time, because the other one didn't do damage to you. You're fine. And so he's coming down and approaching you. And in that time, Mammon and Brian Buck sort of take the advantage for there, because, Waluigi, what do? You've just been thrown into a ramp.
Wah! I'm jumping up and down on my hat. No fair! He cheated! Wah!
You're pressing taunt.
Yeah.
So, he is still approaching you, and he's shouting, "Want belt!"
I go, Wario!
And
Tag team!
out comes Wario, this plump dude who has never wrestled a day in his life. Just comes running out, like, bump, 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 and gets in front, and he's just like, "What do you think you're doing?" Like, just kind of like, wah, wah, like, equally wahing to Waluigi's wahs.
While Wario is sort of getting in front, distracting him, I'm gonna grab a folding chair.
So you go off screen, and you don't have to go far. Like, you literally go, your body is still visible, but your hand just kind of disappears, and you come back with a chair.
All right. While as Wario is distracting me, saying, "Wario, duck!" and I am just full force, as hard as I can, hitting this man in the head with a folding chair.
Oh my god. Okay.
Which man?
The machine.
So currently there's 7 people in the ring.
No. Okay, so Waluigi and them are at the top of the ramp. In the distraction, the Mammon and Brian Buck have taken the advantage from the helmsman and Father Grigori, and they're getting beat on. You guys haven't shown up yet. The match is still ongoing, but Mammon is taking full advantage of this. He really wants their souls. So, Waluigi, roll me some weapon.
All right. I'm glad that weapon is underhanded and that I added it to my Waluigi build. That is a 13.
Okay, so you go for the chair. Wario ducks, but Big Machine just takes it right on the chest and doesn't move, and just goes, "What belt?" and grabs you and proceeds to chuck you down the ramp.
If you grab me, can I try a delicate reversal?
Yes.
Thank God.
This will be your second move. Your second move of attack turn order.
Okay.
I like to imagine that this is like a Nightfall Bane moment where you're like holding him up, like getting about to like snap your fucking spine over a knee or something, and then you just fucking wiggle to the side.
That's a 21 to try and like grab onto the stage lighting gimbals to like pull myself out of his grasp.
Okay, so he does something that is essentially he's going for a power bomb. So he puts your legs are like dangling from his neck, and he's essentially has you in like a proper piggyback sort of pose where you're on his shoulders, and you just kind of grab the lighting rig, and he goes to drop you, and now you're just dangling in the air, and he's like, "What the fuck?"
I'm dropping and I'm running. I'm running as fast and as far away as I can go.
And so he just kind of turns and goes, "What belt?" and chases after you.
It's a great moment for our entrance.
Yeah, and in that moment, we get like it like goes dark on the ramp, but the lights like suddenly flick back onto it, and you see Steelfist and Barbie. What sort of pose are you in?
Barbie, I would like to point out, Barbie is in a slutty nun's outfit.
Nice. Nice. Yes.
Oh my god.
All right.
Like a latex. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we got Barbie in a slutty nun outfit. How are you dressed, Steel Fist?
Well, is it fair to say that after that last fight, like, I haven't heel-faced, but I've gone neutral? Does that make sense?
Yeah. You're definitely hitting neutral. You could pivot either way at this one.
So it's like a 2-beat, like there's an opening pose where basically the nun's in the front, like, whoa, with like Demon Hunter Barbie, and then I'm in like a monk pose and just like a burlap robe, and then I go, Hua! And throw it off, and I'm just in the classic like orange pants, purple sash, no shirt, trad Steel Fist.
Okay. I forgot to mention, Waluigi, as you were running off the ramp, you did see the same hooded figure. As you ran directly past him.
Oh no!
But you were getting away from Big Machine, so you didn't really pay him any attention.
Don't go into the dog park.
Mm-hmm. So, you guys are at the top of the ring. Roll me perform, both of you.
I'd love to.
I got a 9.
I got a 21.
All right, so together that's a 30. And so Maman on that just kind of turns and is like, "What? No!" And you guys start storming down to the ring. But you guys can't actually fight in this, because then it would be a disqualification. Unless you actually want to cause a disqualification. Because then the match would just need to be redone at SMASHAMANIA.
I was presuming that we would, like, turn, like, do little circles in a way that's totally not a disqualification. Yeah. That's super, like, PC, but that's very much like, power of Christ compels you.
Yeah, so you guys are running distraction, shouting Bible hymns.
Oh yeah.
And like doing whatever nun Barbie is gonna do.
She's gonna pretend to be like very Jesus. Love that
Jesus. Okay.
Prospera.
Love that Prospera. All right. So you're kind of going around in your slutty nun outfit and going around doing all of that, and it's really distracting. And then it goes your way. So basically what happens is, since it went really well for the headsman and Father Grigori initially, Mammon is very weak, and Father Grigori is also very weak, and those are the two in the ring right now. Actually, no, I'm going to say Brian Buck is in the ring, because it's funnier if his slave loses the match for him. And so the Father Grigori kind of comes up behind Brian Buck while Brian Buck is like, "What do I do? They're chanting, ah!" And like just flips him over and rolls him up, and pins him for that. Ding ding ding. There is a brief ceremony afterwards where Brian Buck is awarded his soul back. And it looks almost like color comes back to his face a little bit.
Nice.
Yeah. And Mammon is nowhere to be found. As soon as Brian Buck got rolled up, he disappeared into the crowd.
Alright. So after this whole like elaborate thing, I'm thinking we have like, you know, like a hallway outside the ring thing where like Steel Fist quarters Father Grigori and is like, "Hey man, I'm sorry for defacing your church. I was feeling edgy and wanted to destroy things, but I'm just a Steel Fist."
Father Grigori is just like, "Yes, and you did the right thing by helping us to slay those demons." Like, he talks a very prim, proper, noble. And definitely the crowd is going like, "Okay." Crowd's like, all right, I was kind of here for edgy, but like if he wants to go back, all right. And immediately following that is another promo where we get the Jungle Queen, who is a green Torg, who on the character sheet I just wrote bulky, fit, leaves. Because that is the perfect descriptor of her appearance. She is very, very big. You know, she's a green torch. She's got lots of muscles, and her outfit is like it's leaves.
Like green and brown streamers kind of thing.
Yeah, like green and brown streamers, basically, with a bunch of like plastic leaves, sort of like haphazardly put on. And she's going up to a character called Keeper, who is essentially a warden for something that has been under a cage, and you can't tell what's under the cage. It's like vaguely dog like you could fit like a large dog in it kind of thing, but it's covered up and no one really knows what's going on with it. And she distracts Keeper and peeks underneath, because she's the jungle queen. She should be the master of all beasts. She's not the master of this beast.
What's the beast?
She looks under, and you see all colors sort of drain from her face. She puts the blanket down, and she's like, no, I can't tame that, no. And she's sort of lost confidence in herself, and she just goes running off. She's terrified right now. And then we get a match between Mary Amazing versus Berserk. Mary Amazing is just very happy, peppy, gets along well with Barbie. Just really bouncy, perky energy. Just all over the place. Versus Berserk, who is very, very meek. But as soon as the bell rings, she starts having like a freak out. And then all of a sudden her face just changes to be painted. Like war paint, psychotic, like red lines coming off of it. And her outfit changes too to be like sort of matching the chaos of it. And she just charges in. And Mary Amazing actually has it going right from the get-go. She's very bouncy, does a lot of high rope stuff, ends up rolling up Berserk a few times. But Berserk takes it in the end. Like, it's kind of a Captain America thing if Captain America was having a roid rage. He just never stops. He just keeps attacking, and Mary Amazing is genuinely just, like, losing a lot of that pep and spirit, because she keeps going for all these like really acrobatic moves. She's jumping off stuff, like slamming her, just elbowing her, and nothing puts Berserk down until finally Berserk just throws her over the top ropes, like literally like picks her up and carries her over to the ropes and just dumps her out. And she just falls, and that's that match.
Ooh, can I do a promo?
Sure, go for it.
All right. Up on the big screen, you see a lovely couch. And who's that lying there in a sexy pose with a rose in his mouth? It's Waluigi! And he goes, "Wah." And then Wario comes in and he says, "Ha! This is him, Waluigi, everyone's favorite wrestler. And he's here to promote Wario Coin." That's right. It's my new currency. Are you tired of banks? Banks suck. Anyway, invest in Wario Coin. They got Waluigi's face on them. And Waluigi goes, "Wah!" He does look a little. Oh.
And then it's just like, Wario then goes, "We will be giving a free Wario Coin at SMASHAMANIA when Waluigi gets in with his belt for a match."
Yeah.
He's just like, whack. And you see, you're there with the rose in your mouth, but you have the 24/7 belt just
that's
across
the only thing I'm
your
wearing.
waist. Shiny. You're making sure that it's like reflecting light into the camera.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
perfect.
Right as this ad ends, can I have it like go like it's being hacked into, and then have a brief flash of like Steel Fist merch ads and then disappear?
Yeah, so it's trying to Wario is briefly explaining how the currency exchange is going to work at SMASHAMANIA, and because these are going to be limited time at SMASHAMANIA.
Can my prices for the merch be in Wario coins? So it's kind of like I'm hacking, but it's actually just a promo for Wario coin.
Yeah. So he's explaining how much these limited time Wario coins are going to be at SMASHAMANIA, and it starts to go all fuzzy, and Waluigi, you're just kind of like, what? Wario's just like, what's going on? And it just like flickers. It flickers to a shot of someone looking intensely at Steel Fist merch with a like hastily cut out and written upon Steel Fist. What would your catchphrase be, Will? Like, what would Steel Fist's sort of tagline be?
Brawl for 'em all.
Yeah. So it was like brawl for 'em all. And then there's like a shitty Wario face or Waluigi face with like very you could tell it's Waluigi because like the mustache that goes out, and it's like $4 or $4 10, and then Waluigi coin. And then it cuts to black while we hear, why isn't it working?
No!
It cuts back to the ring.
Is Wario just Boru, but again?
Wario is just Boru. It's not actually. No, he's way fatter than Boru ever was.
This is true.
Boru had like fitness to him.
This is true.
This is Boru if Boru just really let himself like be indulgent in red wine. Like
yeah.
So then we get the match with Jenny Bash versus the Jungle Queen, and the Jungle Queen is still very shook up. She keeps looking up at the ramp and very distracted, and Jenny Bash is just like, she's a strong girl. She's like really, really, really like fit. She's not like a green Torg though. She is an elf-born that is just really, really muscular, and she's always down for a fight. And so it starts off, like I said, Jenny Bash is doing a bash. And the Jungle Queen seems really, really distracted by it. And the match just really isn't going too well until she screws up. Jenny Bash is going for a top ropes thing. Like top ropes jump, like 5-star frog splash kind of thing. Just kind of like all spread out to smash on them. And she does like a little bit of like, yeah, to the crowd, like, this is easy, I got this. And Jungle Queen just kind of comes up and like still looking at the ramp is like stumbling backwards away from the ramp where like you can't even see anything. There's not even a cage there, but she's still freaking out and actually like knocks into Jenny Bash, who falls backwards and like hits her head and like is counted out. But obviously the ref is there like, yo, did you actually hit your head? Like, are you sure you didn't hit your head? And it's just like, but 1, are you sure you're okay? 2, are you sure you're okay? We're good? Goes through all of that, and then just counts her out, and it's the Jungle Queen's victory. And now it is time for the final event of the night, which is you, Waluigi. Okay, so this is a match where you're facing a jobber, which is essentially someone who's local to the wrestling scene in White Abbey, who's just supposed to be there for you to win. And everyone recognizes a jobber. Everyone knows that you're just supposed to pound on this dude until you win. And it should be an easy go. It should be an easy go. So you're sort of prepped at the top when this really sort of like upbeat jazz music kind of comes on, like dee 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 dee. And
sorry, was that Megalovania? What was that?
No, it was. So Gabe sent me Cogs in Motion from the Sam and Max soundtrack, and I I'm trying to like. It's meant. The tone of it is very like spy themed, sort of like grim noir. It has like a noir element to it, and like very saxophone. But I can't play it for copyright reasons, and also I can't sing, so I can't mimic it. But
it's just like a big saxophone.
We get in this moment where it does this really sort of like upbeat noir jazz type thing with a saxophone, and then out of nowhere it cuts, and Gabe, give me your best wah. And then you're on stage, and how do you approach the ramp?
I do like a thing, like Waluigi, he always wears like a shirt underneath his overalls.
Mm-hmm.
You see Waluigi do some kind of crazy arm motions, like pulling his arm into his sleeves, and somehow he takes off his shirt without taking off his overalls at all. And he and throws it into the crowd. And he's bowing, and the crowd is kind of, yay! This guy just kind of showed up and won the belt. We don't
like it's very much just like we've been seeing a lot of him. What's going on? He keeps popping up.
Yeah.
Like, is this dude a comedy act or is he actually going to SMASHAMANIA? All right, so you get in the ring, and there is no one there, and there's no music playing. For who's going to be like the next person to come in, and so you're just kind of going like, all right, what's going on now? Roll me odds or evens.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm going with evens as Waluigi is jumping up and down, going, "I win by default!" Win! And I got a 6.
Okay, so the crowd starts like cheering. And you're like, wait, what? Like, am I actually winning by default here? And then, like, you realize they're not cheering for you. They're cheering for what's behind you. Oh. And so you turn before they can attack you from behind, thankfully. And you see the same hooded figure that you saw before. And behind him is Big Machine, Ken, and Mario.
Ooh.
All looking at you, glaring at you.
Wait, no fair! That's cheating!
Down comes the hood to reveal Sakurai, the mind-controlling master of all things Smash.
No! No, not you!
And he points to you and says, You will never be in Smash. I have decreed it.
Was this the punchline?
This was the punchline for the entire goddamn joke.
I love it.
As soon as Gabe told me he was playing Waluigi, I'm like, boom, it's SMASHAMANIA, we're doing this.
I'm throwing a tantrum at this point. I am arms and legs kicking and screaming on the ground.
And so, roll me barter.
That is a 7.
Yeah, so Sakurai kind of points at you and goes, I've changed this match. You won't get in so easily. Now you have to fight my minions.
But not alone!
Boom! There is a pyro pop for looking back at the stage we see.
Third costume change. Steel Fist walks in with like a blue jeans, like classic denim kind of thing. He's got a red bandana and he's got a white, like sleeve ripped off t-shirt that says Waluigi in Smash. And he starts walking up to the ring. And he goes, I won't let you make this decision without me. I want Waluigi in SMASHAMANIA. I want to pick up a steel chair and go, I'm ready to fight dirty if I have to.
Alright, so Sakurai just takes a look at you and just goes, of course you would join in. Of course, however, it won't matter. It's still 2 versus my 3.
And then Barbie shows up with a glitter bomb cannon. And she's there, and she's got like a Nintendo themed outfit.
Gamer Barbie.
She's dressed
Gamer
as Slutty
Barbie.
Peach.
Yeah.
I'd like to imagine that it's like you're 2 against my 3, and then like the lights go quiet for a quarter second, and then you just hear, "Come on, Barbie, let's go, Barbie," and then the lights come back on with the glitter blast.
Yeah, and Barbie's just standing there. She has like it's the same. It's a similar dress from earlier, but like you're showing like your stomach, and it's very clearly meant to be more Princess Peach themed. Like instead of a silver tiara, you now have like a gold crown and like pink parasol that you're twirling as you stride down towards the bottom of the ring.
And then I'm going to point at Sakurai, and I'm going to trash talk. I'm going to be like, Waluigi will be in Smash. And that's my trash talk.
Okay.
Man, Barbie invested a lot of money in Wario Coin.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that the parasol has little like clasps around each of like where the umbrella would like come down, and each of those clasps are actually Wario Coin.
Yeah. What's this?
And so
Scam that we're running.
And so Sakurai kind of turns and just kind of goes, "You will never get him!" And so the 3 minions all in unison just go, "What belt?" And
I'm cowering behind Steel Fist.
I'm going to trash talk Ken specifically. I'm going to say, "Oh my goodness, with those pants, you definitely do need a belt."
Ken's just like, "How could you?"
So you said that weapon rolls are generally for like low ground moves, like like punches, kicks, steel chairs.
Yeah.
Would that be fair for a pantsing?
Oh my god.
I'm gonna say that pantsing would probably be a delicate roll.
I'm gonna give it a shot.
I'm gonna help you out.
Alright, I'm gonna try and pants Ken.
And you get an additional 12 because of my trash talk.
And that's a plus 15. I'm like
Oh my god.
sneaking behind. I'm going up to Ken, doing like a big trying to distract him.
Alright, so there was plus 12 with a 15, which makes 27. With my roll, makes a 36.
To pants Ken.
So so you succeed, obviously. Ken tries to counter your with those pants, honestly, with a convince, because he's trying to be he's trying to be a face for some reason in this situation, and it's really not. He's like, "My fashion has always been top notch," and here rolls pretty well, but like, no, it's no.
Now, one of my actions was to help out with the pantsing. Can I just like clock him in the face now that his pants are around his ankles?
So roll it, yes, but
Okay,
what happens?
I go, "Whee! I can't believe I sucked your dick! Whee!" And I rolled a 17.
So what happens is, so Ken still has like a black eye from when you kicked him earlier today, and you guys pants him, and he's like, "What? No!" And he's struggling, and he's like hopping around trying to get his pants back up, and he has a necklace with a ring on it that's just jangling, and as you say that, and you just punch him, and he doesn't even finish getting his pants like all the way back up. They're still like halfway around his leg. You punch him. He goes over the top ropes and smacks into the ground. He is not getting back up. But you now have...
Ken is out.
Ken is out. Ken is out. Ken is gone. So you still have Big Machine and Mario to deal with, who are now charging at you. Big Machine is going for a like double clothesline on Steel Fist and Waluigi, and Mario is going for like, I don't even know what Mario is trying to do to Barbie. He's just kind of going up to Barbie and like trying to get her out of the ring because he's still a face, and like he's like, I don't like, I'm gonna push you now.
Push.
Yeah, and so he's gonna go for a push. And so the hits for Steel Fist and Waluigi are a 27.
Yeah, I take that.
Can I roll Grace to try and dodge it?
Yes, you 100% can.
7.
Waluigi just takes it and falls on the ground.
I got a 23, but that's not a 27.
Oh, darn. So you try and dodge out of it, and you still kind of get clipped. And Waluigi, you just get straight decked and dropped on the ground. And he comes back, and he bounces off the ropes, and he's going to go for, like, a slam immediately on you, Waluigi, because you got knocked to the ground. And as for the Mario push, that is a 9 to push you.
If I ended the last fight at 50, does that bump me to 100, or do I stay
Yes, you go back to 100.
Okay.
I would like to trash talk Mario. As he's going to push me like this, I'm going to put my hands on his and be like, "Oh wow, look how small your hands are."
As this is okay,
Mario.
so I'm about to be squashed. Instead of trying to move out of the way, can I roll a deception roll to try and deceive the audience of something?
What you would do is try and hide your cheating, but the audience would very clearly see that you're cheating. But
No, I'm trying to convince the audience of something that didn't happen.
you're trying to okay, what are you trying to do first off?
Okay.
Explain what you're trying to do.
Stomped, instead of trying to move out of the way, doing anything proactive, I am using all my available time to yell, "Mario touched their boob! Mario's a pervert!"
Okay. Yes, that you can 100% do that.
I'd like to imagine this is after the check your hands thing, so like Mario's just sitting there with two hands like that, like,
Yeah.
what? No!
So-
That's not what I did! You're mischaracterizing my actions, you're taking me out of context.
So
No,
it's
no, yeah.
17.
17. Can I perform to?
Oh, 100. Like I'm gonna say that your trash talk was the performance for this. So what happens is Wario goes to go push you, and right before he actually connects with your chest to push you, you kind of put your hands out and go, "Oh my God, your hands are so small!" And he's just like, "Peach, what are you doing?" And that's when Waluigi goes, "He's touching the boobs," and he's just like, "No, I'm not doing it."
Alright, so after getting clotheslined and presumably taking a moment to like, whoa, and notice what's happening, I'm gonna go, "Mario, you pervert!" And I'm gonna throw a force punch at him.
Okay, so what were your two rolls for the trash talk and then deceive?
Oh, nice.
Mine was a 17.
17. Okay.
3.
Okay.
20.
Oh. So you slug Mario with all the righteous purity in your fist. And he like stumbles all the way across the ring to the other side where he goes to the ropes and he flips over, but like hangs on by the top ropes and is just kind of dangling there with his like his stubby little feet again are just kind of going and he's gonna take his action to roll underneath. And I guess you're getting slammed?
Yeah, can I... If there's any way to roll delicate to do a reversal on a slam, I'd try it, but I don't think so.
You've used up your actions, my dude.
Alright.
Waluigi gets wiped like a freshly shat ass.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna hurt too. So that's a 20 for that.
Oh!
And so, yeah, you just go like, he touched the boobs, and then immediately after you're like, oh no, and you get slapped. Like, you just get smashed with the full weight of an Ursine body. Alright, turn order again. You got Mario who's rolling under the bottom ropes to get back into the ring, and you got an Ursine who's lying on top of the buddy that you're protecting.
Barbie, I'm trying to think of a good trash talk. You gotta give me a moment for it.
In that case, I'll go. I drop the Waluigi voice and go, I can't feel my legs! I can't feel my legs! And this is me rolling deception again. And that is a 18.
Okay. So there is an unnatural sound from Waluigi as he speaks in a normal voice, saying, my legs! And for a moment, Big Machine isn't really sure what the hell is going on. He's like, oh shit.
Does he get off of me?
He lets up slightly.
In that case, I'm still riding like, no, my legs!
So I passed, when I was getting into the ring at the beginning of the fight, I passed Waluigi a steel chair, which I presume, like, Waluigi was half-heartedly holding before he got swiped, so it's just sitting there.
Yeah, it's
I'm
just
gonna
on the
taste
ground.
it.
It's just on the ground.
So I'm gonna pick it up and go, get off of him! What are you doing? And I'm gonna whack the machine with a steel chair.
Okay, roll me weapon.
That's gonna be a 17.
All right. So you go to whack him with the steel chair, and the steel chair breaks on his back. And he just rises slowly and goes, what? And grabs your throat.
Where? I was lying! Where? Punch him. With the brass knuckle hit it in my glove. That's a 16.
Okay. So you go to go hit him, and he just takes it. Like, he is very clearly hurt, but he is still holding on to Steelfist's neck.
So basically, this guy's holding a draconian up by the neck, going,
Yep.
like looking at him like that.
Yep. He's prepping for a chokeslam.
Is it my turn, or would this be an onslaught? Because I'm ready for an onslaught.
This would be an onslaught.
All right, so I'm going to take the damage, and I'm going to, like, fire Dragon Breath right in his face.
Okay.
Before you do that, can I main turn shapeshift
Yes.
into
100% can.
a slutty version of his outfit?
Into
machines?
whose outfit?
The
Steelfist?
machines.
Oh, the
The
machines. Okay. So your hair doesn't really change a whole lot, because you're already bleach blonde, so it just kind of goes like a little bit silvery. It's actually a little bit easier to see it. And then your outfit, so he's wearing like a silver unitard, so it becomes like very much you're in basically a silver bikini.
Perfect. Okay. And then I I can't even think of like a specific trash talk for him. So I think I'll just say something like, "Not so strong now, are ya?"
Okay.
And do like one of these.
Oh, good pose. Okay.
A little bit of a whoosh.
Yeah, throw in that trash talk.
$13.
All right, so that's 13 plus Will. What did you roll?
13 plus. That's going to be another 17. So that would make 30.
Okay, 30? All right, cool. So with that blast, again, he kind of like reels back and he like collapses into the post of like the ring. So he's just kind of lying there, but
as he's going to collapse, can I use my trip benefit to trip him?
Okay, go for it.
As he's stumbling backwards? Yeah, I trip him.
Okay, yep, you trip him and he like stumbles and like he hits the post, drops down and like just rolls to his side and is now just lying on the ground. You want to roll me actually just roll me 2d6 for damage as he hit the post while he tripped.
10.
Okay. So he is lying on the ground, and while all this is going on, you've been ignoring Mario, who is now on the top ropes and is going to Deathstroke. He is going to finisher Steel Fist.
Oh.
So from the very top, he is jumping up, and he is going to try and do his finisher, which is very much like an around the world, because you're on the opposite post from him. Like, you're very, like, opposite ends, and he is just jumping, doing a flip, and, like, landing on you.
Like a full-on ground pound.
Yeah, like, he is ground pounding you.
Guys, I'm out of off turns. I'm stretched thin.
Me too!
And he rolled really well.
I think I am also out of off turns.
That is a 27 to knock
so this is
you
just
the...
one off turn per turn, right? Like,
yeah,
there's
just
no extra?
one off turn per turn.
Well, if it hits over my threshold, that means I got a death roll, don't I?
Yeah, but death roll is you're just knocked unconscious in wrestling.
Okay.
You can't actually die in this. It's specifically made so that you won't die. If this was a long-term game, I might do, like, suffer injury, but never death.
So after belching that last bit of fire out, I'm like, huh, 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 and then I look up like, what? And then I get ground pounded by Mario, and like as he slams down, there's a little bit of surprise fire out of my mouth, and I go,
Wario goes, don't expect mouth to mouth.
Fucking Christ. Alright. So now Mario is now going to go for Waluigi because he wants that belt. He's still shouting, want belt. Ken it is worth noting that Ken has not spoken up at all this entire fucking time. And Big Machine is no longer shouting, want belt.
Just Mario.
Just Mario.
What would I have to roll to pick up Mario? He's a short guy.
Brawn.
I don't have Brawn. Dang. Can I grapple him with Delicate?
Yeah, 100%.
I'm gonna grapple him as he's coming at me. This is a 20.
Okay. So he is going to roll his counter delicate. He doesn't really have a whole lot of delicate. He's Mario. He jumps on people's heads. Like,
yeah.
He's acrobatic and he's brawny, but he's not.
He smash block, he double jump, that's it.
Yeah. So you just barely, you roll him up. It's difficult. He sort of puts up a fight, and what we've seen twice now is his legs are just
I say, win! Surrender, or I'll tell Peach you're a pervert!
I'm gonna trash talk and say, Mario, I didn't know this!
No!
I'm not the pervert.
He's come to realize that you're not actually Peach, and it's just like, no, don't tell her, no. And so, you have him sort of rolled up into an armbar. Like he was coming at you. You just kind of grabbed his arm and like spun him over. You used your gangly legs to sort of get underneath him and sort of trip him and roll him up.
Yeah.
And now you have him such that his arm is across your chest and your legs are wrapping around him. And you're just kind of like pulling his arm. And he's
Okay, that's a 14 for trash talk.
Okay.
So.
And so he is going to try and get up of his own free will. And so what I'm going to do here with the trash talk and the... I'm assuming you're going to roll some sort of counter delicates to keep him in the roll.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say the trash talk will apply if you succeed.
Okay.
Oh, God.
He's going to have to roll pretty high. Because I got a 25.
So I got a 6, 6, a 5, and a 1.
Oh,
I got a
really,
6, a
really
6, a
close
5.
on that one.
I got a 6, a 6, a 5, and a 4.
Oh shit!
And that's why you're gonna keep the belt. He tries. He gets up and he is picking it. Like, he is actually getting to his feet. He is rolled over. You are still holding that bar and he's pushing himself up. But you just finally kick him in the face and he just kind of goes, ah! Drops to the ground and taps.
As soon as this happens, I stand up and go, wah! And then I absolutely deck Barbie as hard as I can out of the blue and say, get off my stage! Wah!
Alright, we'll roll weapon and Barbie.
I rolled really, really bad.
Can I roll? Can I roll shapeshifting to get out of this one?
How are you rolling shapeshifting to get out of this one?
I want to shapeshift into a very short version of Waluigi.
Okay, so roll shapeshifting for me.
Okay. $17.
Okay, what did you roll, Gabe?
I rolled a 12.
Okay, so you're like, get off of my stage, and you run at Barbie. But as you turn to look at her, she is like you, but shorter and in a sluttier outfit than what you're wearing. So it's basically just the overall straps. But it's you, but shorter.
My punch goes sailing over her head, and I miss.
Yeah.
And as I'm like still carried forward by my momentum and stumbling out of the ring, I say, "It is now that I am confronted with that which I hate the most, myself."
But as that goes, there isn't a ding because this wasn't actually a match. This wasn't a match at all. What happens is Sakurai appears once again as you're sort of standing there. It's just like, you have defeated the best that I could throw at you. You deserve to be in Smash. Waluigi will have a match at SMASHAMANIA. Thank you everyone for coming. The screen goes black, and that's the show.
That's the show, ladies and gentlemen.
That's the
SMASHAMANIA.
show! Oh my goodness.
I had a lot of fun making this.
It's good to get away from the pace of the show. Like,
Oh my god. That's one way to describe it.
Yeah. It's good to every once in a while do the exact fucking opposite of our show.
get a little bit of running into the show with a t-shirt that says Waluigi and Smash kind of vibes.
Hell yeah.
This does explain a lot about Steel Fist and his general demeanor.
So happy with how that turned out. You have no fucking idea.
The thing is, this came up, and I genuinely had an idea for a wrestler who was going to be like a glowtord called like Phoenix Rising that did some fire ice shit. And I was like, wait a minute. I have an NPC from the old campaign that this is actually more plausible as like a canon ending than what I had envisioned.
Oh, I'm so happy with that. That was fucking beautiful.
Oh, that was amazing.
Okay. Yeah.
Good stuff.
So next week we'll be doing the regular shit again.
Yeah, we're going to be, you guys are getting your robes. You're going to be on the mail route back to the old Rookery Giger after a little bit of a vacation.
Oh, God. All right. Until next year, then, I guess, when I take over again. So on Saturday, what the hell are we playing? Bionicle games?
Yeah, I found out somebody preserved the old Bionicle Flash games from the Lego website from the really early 2000s.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, like the Mata Nui shit.
Oh my god, did they save any of the other ones? Or is it like just the Bionicle ones?
Probably.
They got to save the other ones. If there's a junk bot, we should do a junk bot stream. But that's
anyway. Yeah, so we're gonna be doing some goofs on that one, and hopefully it works out. And on Monday, I'm going to be finishing up, hopefully, It Takes Two with Cam, because that game has way more longevity than I thought it did.
And a lot more torture.
It's a lot of torture. It's surprising. So if you like what we did, you'll be able to see us at youtube.com/Mr. Croden, where I upload all of the VODs just a day late. Or you can always see it on... day, sometimes a little bit longer. And if you want to see us live, then it's twitch.tv/Croden_live. And if you want the unmessed with rules, because I messed with this a lot, you can find the rules for the base game at bloodwine.fandom.com. And if you want the rules for the wrestling, head over to our Discord, which the links are like anywhere you can watch our videos.
Hey, you're on the internet. You can figure out how to get to our Discord. If you care, if you care and you're enterprising, you can find us, or you can find a comment section to complain.
Exactly. So go to that, and I will post the rules there if anyone actually wants them. So you can do this shenanigans for your own crew.
Quality shenaniganery.
Yep.
Quality.
Shenaniganery.
That's going to be it for tonight. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Thank you for all your support, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
It's been a wonderful
Bye.
Bye.